All right. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good? Good
Yeah.
weekend? All right. Awesome. Couple things we're going to do today is going to be more about building vocabulary. We're going to look at two, I think, are the most interesting things that you can look at. Prefixes, suffixes, what those are, and how to literally, you can almost double your vocabulary with prefix suffixes in learning also Greek and Latin roots. So we're going to spend some time doing that, and that'll be good. And then if anything you guys want to add or look into, I have no problem doing that as well. So let's screen share over here. Here we go. You can see this, right?
Yeah.
All right. Bring that down. All right. So a couple things I do want to look at. First, kind of the breakdown of affixes, which will be described, but really primarily looking at prefixes and suffixes.
One way to better understand the meaning behind words is to look at the different parts of each word.
You can see this, right?
Understand each part's meaning separately, like squares in a patchwork quilt. Many English words are made by taking basic words and adding combinations to the beginning or end of the word to change the meaning. The basic word is called the root word, and the added portion is called the affix. There are three main affixes we use: prefixes, suffixes, and infixes. An affix added to the front of a word is known as a prefix. One added to the back of a word is the suffix. Guess where an infix appears? That's right, the middle of the word.
Yeah, so a couple
Let's start by
things.
talking about
I wanted to actually visualize
That's
that.
right, the middle of.
So your prefix is always going to be at the beginning. It's fairly easy, right? So you have your root word, and you want to modify it, and I'll show you. I'm going to move real quick to show you guys this. So with prefixes, we were talking about these word parts that are at the beginning, and they change the meaning of the English word. And I want to give you some examples here, like anti. If you knew that anti, that prefix, generally speaking, the majority of the time when you see that means against and whatever it's followed there. So anti-freeze means it is against having the ability to freeze. So antifreeze is a liquid you use in your car so it doesn't freeze, if you're aware of that. Just moving on to some of these other ones, inter means between, okay? So interacts, that's an action between two or more people, okay? When you start seeing these, again, these are the most common prefixes. When you start using these and seeing these patterns, first off, building your vocabulary, that's one thing you're doing, but also when you're going over and trying to attack a test like the GED, you really, really want to be able to dissect a word, okay? So we can look at a couple more of these. We looked at overlook, okay? Pre is before, so prefix is that portion of the word before the root. Semi means half, so semicircle. Also, hemi means half, so like hemisphere. So half of the globe, like either the northern or the southern hemisphere. I just think this brings upon, to me, this is as close as you can get to math with language arts, okay? So if I know that something means something and then I add it to the next, the actual root word, that's what we're trying to do. So trans means across. Transport means to bring something across. Okay, transcontinental highway is a highway that would go between or across the continent. Okay, so I'll continue. We will go back to see this clip. I know I kind of cut her off really quick. She'll live. All right, let's see what we can do.
Let's start by talking about prefixes. The four most common prefixes are dis, in, re, and un. Let me show you what I mean. The word form can mean to create something. If you add the prefix re to the beginning of the word, we get the word reform, which means to form over again. In fact, re is connected to an original Latin word, which means again. If you add it to say or do, you would get the same effect. Re-say means to say something over again. Redo means to do something over again.
You start to see these patterns, okay? I like it because it really breaks down our English words into much more meaning.
Can you spot the prefix in the word disclaim? Dis is a Latin prefix that functions like a negative. Often, if you see dis, you can put not in its place. Discontent means not content. Disability means lacking ability. Disbelief means not believing, and so on. Disclaim means to not claim, to deny or refuse to acknowledge. Now that you have a good idea of what a prefix is, let's talk about suffixes. Like I mentioned before, in a...
So where are the suffixes?
After a word.
After the word. So
that's what I'm thinking, after a word.
I'm going to go right back to this section and look, and I'm going to forward this to you, okay? What I like here is, look, the four most frequent prefixes account for 97% of prefixes in the English language. Now we're going to suffixes, which are at the end, okay? And we can go through some of them. If we know that the suffix able or able means it, whatever that root word can be done. So comfortable means has the ability to have comfort, okay? I like that the suffixes really change what sometimes the parts of speech. So when we're talking about a particular action word like hop, if we want to know that we could have done that in the past, it turns that hop into hopped, okay? Very easy stuff. ER, these are comparatives. So you have high, higher, highest, right? ER, EST, these are comparative. This is an interesting one. ER and sometimes OR are somebody who does. So a worker is somebody who works. An actor is somebody who can act, okay? Moving on to list, fearless, without. Fearless, you break that down. Like I'm literally adding fear plus list, and I know fear, it means without fear, okay? Let's look at, okay, this is making plurals, S and ES. So your box turns to boxes, your book turns to books, okay? Fairly easy stuff. So let's move. We'll finish this little video real quick. All right, let's do that.
At the back of a word is a suffix. The four most common suffixes are ed, ing, ly, and es. Let's look at each of these suffixes attached to the root word love for illustration.
She wants to do love. We're going to start out our Monday positive, okay, guys?
The first, you would get the word loved, a past tense verb of the root word. The second suffix gives us loving, the third lovely, and the fourth loves. Each suffix changes the meaning of the word slightly while maintaining the root meaning of the word love. Now let's talk about the third kind of affix, infixes. Infixes go inside the word. There are actually very few infixes in the English language, but you will see them with certain plural words. Let's look at the word cupful and the word passerby as examples. How would you make these two words plural? Contrary to what you may be used to saying, it's incorrect to say cupfuls and passerbys. The correct English plural for these words is cupsful and passersby. The infix s appears in the middle of both words. Before we leave our topics of affixes, let's talk about one area of grammar that often gets lumped into the affix category: combining forms. A combining form is a form of a word that only appears as a part of another word. Think of the word clockwise. Wise is an adverb combining form that helps tell us the direction of the action. In the word photograph, graph is actually a noun combining form that tacks onto the word photo to make a new word. These aren't affixes exactly. They have more substance. Unlike affixes, combining forms can actually connect with an affix to form a real word. While you can't put dis and re together to make a word, you can put wise and ly together, and you'll get the word wisely. Overall, prefixes, suffixes, and infixes are small add-ons to root words. Combining forms are slightly larger add-ons.
So the big idea here, we're really focused on prefixes and suffixes. The infixes are so far and few between. They're just not there a lot.
That often have some standalone quality. Understanding the various parts of words like this helps us understand the overall meaning of the word. I hope that this overview was helpful. If you enjoyed it.
All right, real quick, I do want to look, and let's just get a little practice in on prefixes. I'm going to go to learning, language arts. I'm going to go real quick to third. All right. We're going to go, I believe, to vocabulary. So vocabulary section, and then there are a ton, as you can see, 12 in the third grade of prefixes and suffixes to look at. So let's look at the difference between the base word, prefixes, suffixes, and then you can do some of this practicing. And we want to move always from that lower level into the high school level, 8, 9, and 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so what is the base word for shipment? Is it meant or ship? What's the base? The most important part of the word. This one's not an easy one.
Ship. I believe it's ship.
Yeah, so
I say ship.
Just like, so MENT has a meaning, and you can look at it like judgment, establishment, and then shipment. Okay. Excelente. Now we are looking at what is the suffix in correctly? Is it correct, or is it correct?
Lee.
We know suffix starts where? Where is it located?
At the end of the word.
So always at the end of the word. Awesome. All right. So this next one, prefix for misjudges.
Miss.
Definitely miss. We know that prefixes, pre in and of itself means before, so it's the part of the word right before the root. Misjudges. What is the base word for climbable?
Climb.
Climb.
And we know able, having the ability to do so. So climb is our base word. All right, couple more. We are looking for the prefix in mismatched.
Miss.
Bingo bango, you guys got it. See this, as you can see, like we start at an easier level where we can kind of fly through these, and then we can move to more and more difficult prefixes and suffixes, okay? All right, so the suffix for wearable, is it wear or able?
Able.
Yes.
Able.
Yes, yes, yes. Very good. All right, one more. What is the base word for rewrite? What is the base word, or the word you build off of? Which one, guys?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We know that the re is the prefix, so right has to be the base. Okay. So we killed it. That's a bunch in a row. Now, I want to sort of transition to, we are going to transition to the Greek and Latin roots. Super fun stuff. I know you guys are going to love this. I actually really think that this is one of the most important things you can do to build your vocabulary. You'll get a copy of this as well. I'm going to forward this to you in an email, okay? I don't know why that won't go up and down. So we have our 42 most common used Greek roots, and then our 42 most common used Latin roots. These are going to help us build meaning on those words that we don't know, along with our context skills, our context clue skills, and really get some of these. So let's look at some of them. Again, we looked at anti, that means opposite or against, and they gave the example antiseptic, antibiotic, climax, things like that. Moving to, and then we had astro. Astro has to do with star. So if you see something like astronomer, astrology, astronaut, astrophysics, those all have to do with stars, okay? Auto means self, okay? Autograph is, you know, your own writing, your own version of your handwriting. Automobile, autobiography, automatic, okay? Autobiography is a unique biography. What's a biography?
What biography?
A story of who?
Story.
So a biography is a story of somebody. So I could write a biography about Raven. I could write a biography about any of you guys. Only one person can write your autobiography. Why?
Only person, right?
Like, I could not write your autobiography, Mr. Dunning.
I understand.
Because that's you. An autobiography is very unique. It's a story that you are writing about yourself, okay?
I get it.
Bio means light. Chron, if you see chron as a prefix, we have time. Cosmo means universe or order. Crassy has to do with the government. So we have democracy, theocracy, autocracy. And then crat is the type of government. So we have, or member of the government. Democrat, theocrat, autocrat. You're starting to see, hopefully, these patterns. Cycle is wheel. We have bicycle, tricycle, unicycle, those things. Dem is people. So a democracy is supposed to be a type of government by the people, okay? Your demographic is a understanding and order of that person, okay? Geo means earth. Gon means angle, so you have multiple different types of angles, okay? A polygon, octagon. An octagon is a shape with how many sides?
8.
8, bingo, bango. Graph and gram mean drawn or written. Move this guy over so I can see. Then we know hemisphere, or semi, they mean half. So your hemisphere is half, like whether you're going to cut the earth at the equator or cut the earth at one of the longitudes. You can split the earth into two. The sphere, semi-sweet, is kind of half, sort of sweet, right? Hydro means water, so we have hydrate, hydrometer, hydraulic. Kilo means 1,000. This is why like to use kilograms and kilometers is much more easy. So kilometer is 1,000 meters, kilogram is 1,000 grams, kilobyte is 1,000 bytes, as you can see. Mania means madness or crazy. So pyromania is somebody who's crazy for what?
Fire.
Fire. Kleptomania.
Fire.
What's a kleptomaniac? Or kleptomania. That's somebody who suffers from stealing. They have to steal. Okay. Next one, machine. So mechanic. Mechanic. So those all have to do with machines. Okay. Biomechanic, mechanized, mechanism. Mega means big. So megabyte, megalopolis. Megahertz. Meter is measure of. Micro is small, so microphone, micrometer, microscope. You're looking at small things. Miss is bad or badly. Mon or mono means one. Okay, so monotone means having one tone. A monarch, it means ruled by one family. A suffixologist in ology is one who studies or the study of. So biologist is a person who studies what? Biology, right there. Geologist is somebody who studies geology. Astrologist, same one, studies astrology. Pan is everything, so we have pantheism. Panorama, that's that kind of view on your phone that you can do and you can see the scope of 180 degrees or sometimes 360. Path has to do with suffering, sickness, or disease. So empathy, sympathy, okay. Penta means 5. Pentagram, we have the Pentagon. Okay, that is our special building we have in DC that has the 5 branches of government. Okay, these are fun. Phobias, we have different types of phobia. Hydrophobia, that's somebody scared of water. Acrophobia, agoraphobia, ablutophobia, satanophobia, somebody who's scared of Satan. Phone or phono, that means sound. Okay, so we're going over and talking about microphone, telephone, phonograph, phonics. And then phys has to do with, I missed photo. Photo is light, so photograph, photon, photosynthesis, that's all has to do with light. Your phys, our PHYS, is the natural body, okay, or natural science. Pod or ped means foot, so a podiatrist is a foot doctor, okay? Your pedal is what you use your feet to move your bicycle. Bipedal means somebody who, or a being that walks on 2 feet, okay? Poly means many, so polygon has many sides. Polynomial, all right? Psych is mind. Pyro, we talked about fire. Scope is to watch. Tele is distance. Okay. Theo has to do with God and religion. So theology is your belief system. Theocracy is the church actually rules the government. Your therm, that's having to do with heat. So thermal, thermometer, right? You use a thermometer to check and see if you have a fever or not. Tri is 3, so triangle, trilogy, trident. Let's look at the Latin ones. ANN or ENN means yearly, okay, or having to do with the year. So anniversary, how many times does that happen? Once a year.
Once a year.
Annual, what's this? Millennium, that's 1,000 years, okay. Moving on, aqua has to do with water. Aquarium, aquamarine. Audio has to do with sound. Bene is good, so a benefit. If you're raising money for a benefit, you're trying to do good. Usually it's a charity, okay? A benign tumor is a good tumor, okay? I mean, it's not good. Tumors aren't good, but it's a non-cancerous tumor, okay? Beneficial, benefactor. Bi means 2, okay? So you have your bicycle, 2 wheels, binary. Bifocal. Cent means 100, so it's increments of 100. So how many cents are in $1?
4.
What?
How many cents to a dollar?
Yeah, how many cents? How many pennies?
100.
100. So that's why we call it a cent. Centimeter is 100 meter, a hundredth of a meter. Centurion, that's back in the day when that was an individual who was in charge of 100 soldiers. Okay.
Wow.
Percent has to do with, okay, if you have a 99%, you always know that's out of 100. Okay.
Right.
Circum means around, so circumference is around a circle. Circumnavigate means to get around, okay? Con, co, col, and com means bring together, so connect, collide. Contra or contro means opposite or against. So contrast is you're looking at one thing and then you're comparing it in the opposite or different with another thing, okay?
Right.
Credit means believe, so or have belief in. So your credit is somebody, like literally your credit score is based on how much they believe you're going to be able to pay back, okay? Or again, are you credible enough? Dict is speak, so diction, like your phone has a you can dictate what to do. You just, yell at Siri and see what's going on with that. Fract or frag means to break. So fracture is a broken bone. Fragment is part of something, okay? Inter, that means among or between. So interval, internet, interrupt. Ject means to cast or throw. So eject is throwing. Interject is, getting involved with that around. And then trajectory. Lumen has to do with light or shining source. So illuminate, illumination, luminous. MAGN means big. So magnify means make bigger. Magnitude is big. Magnanimous is huge, right? MAL means bad. Okay, malcontent, malice, malicious, malign. These are not positive words. MIGR, this means wander or move. So a migrant has moved somewhere. An immigrant has moved somewhere. An emigrant has moved somewhere. MIS or sorry, I didn't miss MIN. Min means less, okay, or smaller. So mini, minus, minuscule. MISS or MIT is to send or let go. So literally a missile is to transmit as well. Mort has to do with death. So immortal is somebody who lives forever. They do not die. Morgue is a place where dead people go. Mortal has to do with having an ending point. Okay. Multi is many. So you have multiply, multitude, multiplex. Non is not. So non-violent, non-fat, non-stop. Okay. Omni is what we call the God prefix. That means all. So omnipresent is somebody who can be everywhere. Omniscient is somebody who knows everything. An omnivore is somebody who eats everything. So whether it's meat or...
If you're a carnivore, you can.
A carnivore is somebody who specifically eats meat. An omnivore will eat both. Okay?
That's true.
Omnipotent means you are all powerful. There's nothing you can't do. Okay? Pre means before. We talked about that. Quad means four. Okay, so quadruplets, that would be 4 babies. That would be crazy, right? QUER, QUIR, QUES, and QUIS is having to do with a quest, searching for. So a quest, an inquisition, a query is a question, or actually a question. Re means to do again, back or backwards. So redo means do again. Rewind means to do it again. Resubmit, submit again. Scribe has to do with writing. So inscribe, scripture, script, scribe. Scent is to feel. So we have sense, sensitive, sensible. Spect is to look at when we have a spectator, a spectacle, things like that. Structure has to do with building or putting together. So construction, construct, structure. Destruct means break down. Instruct means put together or arrange information. Sub is below. Okay, so the suburbs, are outside of the city. Subway is transportation that happens usually underground. Submarine is something that can go underwater. Sub-zero is below zero, okay? Tempo has to do with time, okay? So literally temporary, temporal. Train means to hold, so retain, contain, maintain. Tract, pull, all right? So we literally have a tractor. What's it do? Pull things. Attract means pulling you in. Contract, things like that. Trans means to go across, so transport, transmit, translate, transcribe. Uni means one, so unicorn, unicycle, universe. VAC means empty, so vacant, vacancy. Vid is usually a visual thing like video, vision, visible. Volve in volute means to roll or turn, so revolve, revolution, to turn over. Revolver does that as well. And devolve, I give you as an example. So let's look at this real quick. I'm gonna stop sharing real quick and move to going back to the YouTube, okay? And I'm going to my watch later list that I have set up. And we kind of hammered this, but I want to just look at this really quick. It's only a 4-minute. And her and I are wearing the same shirt. How do you like that? Pretty awesome, right? All right. Why is it this one?
Hello and welcome to Latin and Greek root words. In this video, you'll learn tricks for spelling, reading, and understanding the meaning of words.
We got those tricks, baby.
Before watching this video, be sure to watch the video called Prefixes and the one called Suffixes.
That's all right.
Then
We don't need
come
to
back to this one. You already know that prefixes are groups of letters that come before a word that change the meaning of the word, and that suffixes are a group of letters that come after a word to also change the meaning of a word. In this video, we will look at the main words, or the root words, that prefixes and suffixes are often attached to. It's important to know word origins, or roots, to help you spell, read, and understand the meaning of words. When you know the Latin, Greek, or French meaning of the word, you will better understand the English meaning. Be careful though. Not all root words are words by themselves. Many need prefixes or suffixes to be actual words. Let's look at some example of root words. The root word by is Greek for to or twice. Can you figure out how to read these words then? Can you also...
Bicycle has two what? Two wheels. What's a bifocal?
2 wheels.
What's a
What?
bifocal?
Bifocals have 2 foci.
Yeah, so bifocals are usually at the bottom. We have, so you can see close up, and if you're looking forward, the bifocal will be so you can see far away. So it was an invention for those who need help seeing close and far away.
figure out their meaning? Since cycle means to pedal in a circular motion, and by means two, this word means 2 pedals in circular motions. We know it as this object.
Will you look at
Right,
that?
with 2 pedals and also 2 wheels,
Has a motor.
called a bicycle.
Looks like a motorbike too.
Since focal has to do with focusing the eyes, and bi means 2, this word means 2 lenses used to focus with the eyes, or bifocals. Let's look at another root word. Inter is the Latin root meaning between or among. The word international then means between nations. The word internet means between networks. Fun, isn't it?
Super fun.
Ist is a Latin root word, specifically from the French, that means someone who does. In English, we have dropped the final E in this root. A person who styles is called a stylist. A person who works with flowers is called a florist. A person who plays the guitar is called a guitarist. What would a person who cares for teeth be called? Yes, a dentist.
A dentist.
Dent means teeth in French as well. Do you see how knowing the meaning of root words helps you understand the meaning of the whole word? It will also help you spell the words when you want to write them. Here are some common root words. Can you guess their meanings?
We can.
It would be impossible to memorize all the root words in the English language.
I'm giving you guys
But we can
84 to
practice some
memorize.
more popular roots in our fun games. Until next time.
All right, so let's put this into practice, okay, guys?
Mm-hmm.
3rd grade, starting off easy. There's no shame in the game. I'm going to vocab, and I want to look at, so we have our section prefixes and suffixes, and guess what's next? Greek and Latin roots. Let's see if we can determine some of these. Let's see if it'll load. Okay, so the root port means carry, right? What does the word portable mean? Able to
Able.
be carried or
Ew, it looks so bad, the drizzle.
The first one.
The first one.
Yeah, so it does mean carry, all right?
I love your
Yes.
comment.
A microscope is a tool that is used to look at something too small to be seen just with your eyes. The root scope means look at or observe. What does the root micro mean?
Small.
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 Very good. Keep it up, Buttercup. Okay, so the root phone means sound. What does the word headphones mean? A device to put on your ears to let you listen to music, or a device to put on your head to keep it protected?
A device put on your ears when you listen to music.
Yes. Bingo bango, that's right. An autograph is a person's signature written in his or her own handwriting. The root graph means write or draw, okay? What does the root auto mean?
Self.
Self, okay?
Correcto.
Yes, sir. A biography is a written account of someone's life. The root bio means life. What does the root graph mean?
Write or draw.
Bingo. Wonderful. A telephone is a machine that can carry the sound of someone's voice somewhere far away. The root phone means sound. What does the root tele mean? Measure or far away? If we know a telephone is a machine that can carry someone's voice somewhere far away, which is it? Measure or far away?
I would go with far away.
Bingo. Keep it up, Buttercup. A thermometer is a tool that measures heat or temperature. The root meter means measure. What does the root therm mean? What does the root therm mean? So meter means measure. Thermometer is a tool that measures heat and temperature. What does therm mean? What do you guys think?
It's heat.
Heat. Very good.
Heat.
All right, so you can see some of these are very easy, and then they progressively get more difficult as you move up. I do want to look at some analytics here that we can look at a couple things. Let's look at real quick. I'm gonna harass Mr. Dunning. Is that okay? So you can look at this as well. And I'm gonna go to Brian. So Brian, in the last, I can see from the last 30 days, look at that, it's a ridiculously high number. Very, very good stuff.
Wow, 25 hours, not bad.
Not bad at all, my friend. And also, how many questions? Almost.
Over almost six grand.
Yeah, baby, that's awesome. All right. So as you go through these as well, we want to make sure that this is going well. And I'm just going to look at the last 7 days. We also can look at the diagnostic student action plan. I can't, again, this is maybe not for you guys necessarily, but the people who are going to watch this later, but I'm going to harass Brian again. Is that okay?
Of course.
So here's his different levels, and he's got all these different recommendations to go through, okay? And we can literally print out a diagnostic action plan if it works. And it's gonna work. So we can look at this diagnostic, and he has all these different checkoff boxes to get through. Okay, these are the things you should be working on to focus on to increase that level. His language arts, he's kicking butt. Okay, up
Wow.
at almost 1,000. But he can focus specifically on these different topics. Okay, whether it be the reading strategies, the vocab, the writing strategies, and you will see these scores go. They will go up. Okay, so that gives you just something to really kind of focus on. Can you see what I'm seeing or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's stop sharing for a second. Back to here. Okay, so by Excel, I'm Xing out of that. Okay. Also, how's News ELA going, guys?
Good.
We getting a ton done or what?
I
Yeah.
really like it.
You don't?
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, awesome. I'm trying to look at what I've assigned and things like that. So the next couple of articles that I'll be assigning today actually is going to be, I don't know why this is so slow. I want to look at, so the assignment, I just assigned this one. Give it a second. For some reason, when you Zoom, it takes forever.
I know it takes forever.
Where's my assignments? Again, everybody should be, you can pick any articles you want. I will be assigning them. We looked at checks and balances, the U.S. government, how the judicial, executive, and legislative, how those branches connect, and I'll be adding the executive and judicial branches as well. So the more we get into this, the better. And I want to look at activity feed, I think. So reading summaries. This is where I can show you, or this is how you get your attendance week by week, okay? And that's based on your, that's going to be based on the amount of hours that you're on here and your percentages. You want your percentages to be 75 or higher. Okay, so 3 out of 4, and doing our best on that. So I can see everybody's stuff on that. Ryan, I got to get you on here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have 1, 2, 3 versions. So you need to log in and read some of the assigned articles so I can get you part of those hours, okay, per week.
All right. All right.
So I will stop sharing real quick. Do you guys have any questions, comments for me?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
No.
You look.
I will also be sending you just a bullet point of some of the most important sections that you can work on iExcel to kind of give you an outline of, hey, I don't know what to work on, and I'll give you that big list, okay?
Cool.
But other than that, so you'll be getting 3 attachments and this video on an email, all righty?
Okay.
All right, my friends, I'm signing off, and I'm going home because it's my birthday. I'm done.
Actually,
Are you doing
What?
Are you doing anything for your birthday, Turner?
Oh, we had a nice dinner last night. I think another dinner tonight as well.
Where are you going to?
Probably have some steaks, buddy. I love steak.
Hmm.
Yep.
Good thing Outback Steakhouse has good steak.
I couldn't agree with you more. Did you have a question, Elijah?
yeah, I just want to let you know I was I recently purchased all 4 GED practice tests.
Okay.
I've taken 3 out of 4. My last is science. And then
Uh-huh.
after that, I can polish whichever areas that the scores tell me I need to work on.
Yeah. Yeah.
After that, I
So
can
what
take
are those results coming back as?
Well, I am hoping for over 75. I got 170 for math, 170, 173 for language arts.
Those are outstanding because you only need a 145.
Incredible.
Yes, plus a writing assignment, which I could probably send to you. But I'm not sure if you could see like the writing prompt. It was just about like evaluating the pros and cons of an argument.
Uh-huh.
And I did history just before this meeting, and I got a 160 on that one.
Wow, awesome.
Nice.
So you need to start really actually taking them. You could be, this would be like a world record, but in 4 weeks you'd be what they call a passer, passing all 4 sections of your GED. You guys can see what I'm looking at, right, on the GED app?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sirree.
So let me just, this is actually really good for everybody to see in the near future here. So I have a student login because what happened here? It does not recognize my email. That's not good.
That's not right.
That's it right there. I don't know what the deal is. Uh-oh. Well, I got to go figure that out. But what we need you to do is on the practice test, I can go over here so I can see it. On the practice test, I guess they're $3 a test now, but you want to take all 4 sections of the practice test. The results from that are going to be right here. Obviously, you want to think of your red light is that if you score a 100 to 133, you're not likely to pass. You've got some work to do. It's not the end of the world. You just need to you need to really crank some things out. That yellow zone, just like when you're at a stoplight, at a red, you don't go. At a yellow, sometimes you go, sometimes you don't. Okay.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah. So if you're in the yellow zone, it's okay for you to go take that test, depending. Some of us have high test anxiety and that's overwhelming. They want to get the 145 or higher. I think that if you're in this range, what the heck, go for it, or
that's where I'm at.
Or take that practice test again. If you're in the green zone, that is, you're likely to pass. You better take that test. What are you waiting for? And that's kind of how I look at that. Green light is go. Okay. If you're in that green zone, you go. You don't sit at the light and wait. You have to go and take that test for sure. Okay. And like if you don't score well, we can look at specific skill sets, like you said, Elijah, specific things to work on.
Yeah, I already know what my score is.
Yeah. So this is something to do possibly during this next couple of weeks, or into, if you're not there yet and you don't have the money or whatever the case may be, maybe the month of July for this. I don't know. Okay. So I did want, thank you for bringing that up, Elijah. That's pretty huge. That's our goal. I think that the GED Ready, what we call the official practice test, is our best understanding of how well you will do on the regular GED. Okay. So it's something I want all of my students to work on, whether they're scoring high or low. Let's make this happen. We'll know exactly where we are, and it gives us more of a focus, and we can be specifically learning the stuff that's going to increase our scores. Okay.
Cool. Also, before I go, I did, you can purchase all 4 tests together for, I think, $2 and some change less than buying every 4 tests. So if you'd like to save a few bucks, you guys can do that.
So it ends up being $12?
No, I think it's like $10.49 or something like that, somewhere around there, $10.20.
So if you buy all 4, it's even more of a discount. That's something to think about, guys. Okay. It's a fairly cheap way to understand exactly how you're doing. Okay. And it's good practice because each one is half the length of the real test, and it's written by GED, so it's as close as it's going to get. The tape test is just something we had to do to jump through the hoops for the state of Florida. Okay? All right, my friends. I think we're going to call it.
All right.
All right.
We will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel, okay?
11 Eastern, 10 Central, right?
Yes, sir.
I gotta remember that one.
All right, buddy.
I gotta remember that.
Bye-bye.